Hello makers and droid builders. Once again, this is the Droid Garage and I am Jason. I am accompanied today by my puppy Tig, who is roaming around, so you may catch a glimpse of her here momentarily. So far we are working with the feet and going up. It's been a lot of rinse and repeat. We're getting rid of the layer lines by whatever means necessary, sanding or shaving cards rather, palm sanders, rotary sanders, just regular old sandpaper and elbow grease. And I'm currently working on the arms, and as you can tell by the bucket of, or the box of finished pieces, same old story as every other piece. Sand, paint it with the acetone Bondo, sand again, and then hit it with the filler primer, and do some wet sanding. Worth mentioning are these hands that have been a rather pain in the neck. And you can see lots of little grooves, fun little areas and lines, and of course those layer lines are going to show up on that really well if you don't take care of it. And that's where our little hand files come in handy. So as tedious as it is, throw on a mask, throw on, find your zen, as I like to say, throw on a podcast, music, whatever it is, and just sit there and scrape away as best as you can. And then I relied on 2 or 3 coats of filler of the acetone Bondo mix to get the other one. And I should have brought it out with me. Maybe I'll have it for the next clip. At any rate, that's where we're at. Next step is we are going to start piecing together the arms, and I will come back in just a moment to show you how I get started on that. Right, I'm getting ready to do some painting. So the arm had several of these, actually a dozen of these pieces that attach. There are 2 for the elbow and 2 for the shoulder. Well, actually 3, because 2 on the outside and then 1 on the inside. So it kind of attaches thusly. At any rate, that creates kind of a pain in the neck when it comes to painting, both when it comes for the sander, the filler primer to sand later, and when it comes to actual painting. We don't need to paint these little end areas. We don't need to worry about these round ones. And since there's so much of an area, angular space to cover, and they're tiny, and it just setting them up, bottom line is easier to hold them, right? So one thing that I do repeatedly is I make jigs out of pizza boxes. So if you can tell, I just kind of pre-cut for these little holes. And as I paint the pieces, I'll grab them, paint them, and throw them in there to dry. So that is one tip I wanted to share with you. The joke is, as you get older, you save. There's always boxes worth saving, right? I have my stack of boxes worth saving. Strangely enough, pizza boxes are on that list now. I always have 2 or 3 pizza boxes laying around just for making painting jigs with. And there you have it. So do with that information what you will. Hang tight. I'm going to come back with another tip for you. Hey guys, I'm back. As promised, here is painting tip number 2. And I cannot be the only person who has thought of and does this, but I've never seen anybody do it. So I thought I would share it just in case. This is referring back to these little pieces that we need to hold as we're painting them to kind of get the whole area covered, right? Get a garbage bag. Put your hand in the garbage bag, and by now you should know what's coming next, right? So we have snip, snip. There it is. Now there it is. All right. Fingers through the holes, rubber glove. Voila. So now, yeah, I mean, if you want to tape or strap it, you can. Honestly, how much crazy you're going to get with it. It gets the job done. You're not going to get your watch, your shirt, your skin. Hold, spray, put away, paint away. Tip from Jay.